Sounds fruity. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. Two. It's like I'm at the studio with Michael. You can hear me dancing on the beat. Bam, bam, about to put a mansion on the beach. 100 Latins in your lobby. That's what happens when you're around with body. And I put that in my mommy. I will never give my heart to a I can just make a dance that goes with this song. Then I'ma be on. Basic, gon' dance to it. Basic, everywhere, gon' dance to it. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, all in it. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that, shake that. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that. I got 2 shows, I'm about to pitch another. Throwing alley-oops to my brothers. We all shine, nobody victims. I'm on these sweatsuits, black Pippins. I swag different. That's why the money in the bag different. Come up short, you left your fam. I lay on beaches and swerving whips. You ain't serving, you just an urban myth. Every day get flea. Ride around Queens on a jet ski, it's me. Every day get to the day I die. Every day get man I
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley and this is the NFL on EA Sports. 2 quarterbacks of the defense will be counted on to lead their teams here today. It's the Broncos going up against the Seahawks. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, somewhat surprisingly, the rain has held off. Just overcast skies so far as you get a look inside CenturyLink Field in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. And hi again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and you know, Charles, as we count down a kickoff here, normally we look at quarterbacks or running backs in the open. We had a look a second ago at the linebacker comparison, and you think it's well justified.
I love it because they're the guys who control the game from the middle on defense. They're the signal callers. They're also the guys that you count on stuffing the run game with great tackling, but they have to be agile in today's football, being able to drop into coverage or even cover running backs in man-to-man.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here comes the Denver offense onto the field. And, Charles, you look back to 2017 and forward to 2018, and you think about the QB position. Few teams, I think, have as big of a quarterback dilemma as Denver has, right?
Well, let's face it. They went through Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch, Brock Osweiler all last season. No one took the position and just ran with it. I think someone joked with me the other day, is Craig Morton still available? Because he did take them to a Super Bowl when he was in Denver. The bottom line is, though, they've got to figure out that position, whether they have to go back into the draft or maybe possibly acquire a free agent.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cliff Averill able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay, even just being nice, the last two plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Here we go now.
From the gun, here's Simeon. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
On first down, it's Simeon. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now the offense lining up first and 10.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fowler. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Red zone opportunity.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
From the red zone now, Simeon. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Again, Simeon. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide. It doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. To the air again, Simeon. And this this is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now onto the field come the Seattle Seahawks and quarterback Russell Wilson. First time in his career he's not a part of the playoffs in 2017. But NFL leader in touchdown passes, career high 34. And you said it a lot during the season. He was kind of Houdini. He carried this team when they had some deficiencies, didn't they?
He certainly did, and they struggled throughout the year, but they managed to keep games close, and then they hoped that he would have his wizardry on high in the fourth quarter, and he did. 19 fourth-quarter touchdowns, an NFL record. And so he kept them in the race all the way through with what he did down the stretch.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
Second down following the run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Denver Broncos, they missed out on the playoffs for the 2nd straight year. Their offense coming back onto the field here, and that's coming off that Super Bowl 50 win. I don't know that we expected them to go back-to-back-to-back or anything like that, but I certainly don't think we saw them missing the playoffs the last 2 years, right?
No, you're correct on that one. And a big part of it is, what's one of those old adages in sports, that defense travels and defense is a constant? Well, the Broncos' defense has been exactly that. I mean, look, they were 3rd overall in total defense in 2017. So the idea that they're going to drop to that type of a record with a defense that good, that just tells you about all the offensive struggles they've had.
Yeah, we mentioned the quarterback troubles, and just 5-11 in 2017 for Denver. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They run it again with Anderson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. It's the Broncos with the early lead. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd, Simeon. On the right side, caught by Green. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
Can't go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
He still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. And Green with a catch left side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's Simeon now on second down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Simeon. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. back to CenturyLink Field after this. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have the highlights of this first half, but he won't have touchdowns because we haven't had any to this point.
But there's still time, though, partner.
The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Simeon. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. And that one goes goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On third down, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On first down, Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Now Wilson on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. Doug Baldwin and company getting ready to go again on offense. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He lets it fly, and Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Simeon. He's going to float and caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Play of the half. It's Wilson. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, Avril's able to zero in on the QB here. This goes for a loss of 4. First and 10, Wilson's throw under pressure leads to the turnover. Broncos take it back all the way for the score, which takes the lead to 13. Now so late in the first half, here the defense will come up with the pick. Simmons is reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. Now following the interception, Simeon's going to complete the pass from the gun. And this will go all the way for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 20. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back out to Seattle for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. This is Carson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
So the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson being chased out left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. No, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
again, Anderson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Off the fake to Booker and Simeon. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
They disrupted already for 3 INTs. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They go play action now. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. First down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Wilson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
You're not you when you're losing. Snickers satisfies.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And here we go on 1st and goal. They run it with Carson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the shotgun, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson looking to throw on 2nd down. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jimmy Graham from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Cody Latimer now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Back to throw, Simeon. He's got his man here. It's Green. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Defense showing blitz. Tenth carry now for Anderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. On second down, Anderson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Simeon. Drops it underneath for Booker. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. first down. Here's the run with Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Handoff comes to Anderson. And an alley to run. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.